Angie. Patois. Little bit of a different episode this week. Bit of a micro episode, isn't it?
Micro. We're going micros.
We're going micro, not macros.
We're going microwave.
Not micro macros. That's quite big dick speak, isn't it?
Is it what your micro macros?
Oh yeah, you've got your like macro, which is your blue sky thinking, your big dreams.
Right.
You're like, how are we gonna really drive on this plan, guys? Let's go macro, let's go big. Like us, we want to hit 1 million downloads in 3 months. That's our macro dream.
Right. Okay,
and then
that's
you've got
your macros.
Then you've got your micros, which is like, how the fucking hell are we gonna get there?
Right. Okay.
So,
right.
Yeah, and you often have people in teams that are like macro thinkers and micro thinkers. So your micro thinkers are like your logistical, like
your detail.
Yeah, your detail people. We've got to see this through to completion. We've got to get this done. We've got to get right down in the detail. And then you got and I would be a macro thinker.
So you're not in the detail.
Oh my God, am I hell in the detail? I am like, how do we get this big project off the ground? Let's do it. Big blue sky thinking. Let's go all out. Somebody else deal with the detail. That's me.
Yeah, see, I think I'm your micros.
Oh, you're your details for sure. You're like, hang on a second, guys.
Yeah.
Let's think about how we're going to get. Let's just take a step back.
Yeah.
Let's just that's great. Those ideas are all great. They're all brilliant.
But we need to be realistic about how we're going to achieve them.
How are we going to drive that through?
Driving things through.
So this episode is for you.
Yes, I'm very much
micro.
into micros. Yeah.
How's your week been?
It's been quite all right, actually, Pats.
You went off to see Take That.
I went to see the Take Thaters.
Nice.
Of which obviously now there are only 3.
Mm-hmm.
But my favourite is still there, so I'm okay with
Howard
that.
Donald is still kicking around.
And actually, do you know what? He looked good.
Mighty fine.
Yes, he did on Saturday.
Mark Owen, on the other hand, let's not say too much about that.
I mean, I'm not quite sure what is going on with the hair and the moustache.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And he used to be like...
Oh, he was your like pretty boy.
Yeah, and I know that he's probably wanted to ditch that image for a while. My personal opinion is he's gone a bit too far the other way.
Yes, I totally agree, Pats. And Barlow
middle ground, Mark.
Barlow is just timeless.
Oh God,
ageless.
Well, he wasn't timeless when they did the "Do What You Like" video with his bleached blonde peroxide hair.
Do you know what I think with Barlow? He has aged like a fine wine.
Oh yeah, well he's had a glow up, hasn't he?
Oh, he has, yeah.
He has had a complete glow up.
Yeah, he really has.
You know, your peroxide blondes rolling around in jelly to do what you like. It wasn't his
pleather.
It wasn't his finest hour, and all the others looked amazing.
Looked really hot. Yeah.
And then there was Barlow, and you think he's the fat one that writes the songs.
he's actually the talented one.
Yeah. And then James did that. Do you remember James did that TV show called Boys Unlimited, which was hilarious, and he was the fat one that wrote the songs.
He was Barlow. Yeah.
Absolute classico.
Yeah. But they were really, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, I've seen Take That loads in their golden years, in their former days, because I was a big Take That fan. But I wouldn't rush to see them now.
Which I totally get that.
Yeah.
I went with 6 other, 40-something, 50-something women.
Yeah.
So that's the sort of age range of people that you're getting.
Well, that is my age range now. I'm 40-something.
Yeah, I know, but you're still kind of the younger end of 40.
Yeah, but I was a Take That fan. Those people that would have been there would have been teenagers when Take That would have done the first round of touring as well.
Yeah,
a lot of those people that were there with you would have been massive Take That fans back in the day. But I just don't really feel like for me, it was about the 5-piece. It was about them back in the day.
It was about your 5-piece.
I'm into your 5 pieces. Yeah. Also, can I just let you know, this is going to crack you up, I think.
Yeah.
I've had a shower.
Right.
And I've put my hair in plaits. I knew that would absolutely crack you
You've
up.
got your hair in plaits?
Yeah, because I want to see if when it's wet and then dries, if it gives it a nice wave. So I'm sat here with my hair in plaits. I knew that would. When I was putting them in plaits, I was like, if I tell Ange this on the pod, she is going to wet herself.
I actually need to see you now with your plaits in.
Okay, I'll send you a picture of me in my plaits. But for some reason, I just knew that you would be like, what?
I can't imagine you with plaits in your hair.
Okay, well, let me send you a picture, and then on Wednesday we can put it up on the gram.
Yeah.
We can show everybody me and my plaits.
It's like, I imagine you looking like sort of a baby, but in an adult's.
I've sent you a picture of me with my 2 plaits.
Let me see.
Have a little look, and you'll crack up. We will share this picture. We will share this picture on.
We will share
Wednesday.
We will. We will allow people to see Patty and her plaits.
Yeah.
That is how you look like a 5-year-old in a grown woman's body.
So check out the Finding the Funny Instagram page on Wednesday after this episode's gone up in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
And you'll see Pats in Plaits.
Pats in Plaits. That could be a new segment.
Yeah, Pats in Plaits.
Pats in Plaits. Yeah, so saw the old Take Thaters, which was great.
Yeah.
And then just been, hanging out with I've got my niece from Norway over.
Niece from Norway.
Niece from Norway.
Niece in Norway. We're all
of
going
which
today.
Maya is my niece from Norway.
Yes.
Is a avid listener.
Oh, hi Maya.
Yeah, so she's been over and I just love her.
You love her.
I do. Yeah. She's
nice.
She's probably one of my favourite people.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So I've just been hanging out with Maya.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
And you've been down to the old Bournemouth
on Saturday for Marty's birthday. Marty turned 39, big 40 next year.
Bloody hell.
And then we called in to see you. Yeah, just chilling out Maxim, mate. Just
chilling out Maxim, relaxing all cool.
Now, Ange, can you tell me what has been getting on your shitting tits?
Yes, I can. Right. The thing that's been getting, and this actually only came to me last week. This was an experience I had last week.
Right. And this is not a one that's been with you for a while.
No, this is fresh tits I'm bringing. And the thing that gets me getting on my shitting tits are sachets of sauce, whether it's ketchup, mayonnaise,
gold,
tartar sauce.
This is going to be another Kimberly Clark.
Right. I was doing a co-working session.
You were doing some macro thinking. You didn't do size thinking.
Yeah, I was hanging out with colleagues. We were doing a lot of macros.
Yeah, a lot of macros.
And because we were together co-working doing macros, we thought let's have some macro lunches.
Oh, great! Yeah,
right.
Great.
So we got some lunch.
Yeah.
Really nice luncheon. Anyway, I picked up because they only had bloody sachets, which is the first annoying thing. Like, just buy the bottles.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I'll pick up. I had some chips. I thought I'll pick up some mayonnaise. Nice,
great. Love chips and mayo.
Love a chip and mayo. Sat down. Everyone's sort of cracking on with their lunch, chatting away. I spent about at least 5 minutes trying to open a sachet of mayonnaise.
And it's embarrassing, isn't it?
It is, because I tried one and I can open it. I had another one, so I'll try the other one. Maybe that one will open. No, and then I'm turning it, sort of start one and you turn it around the other way, maybe it's the other way, just try that and no, it's not opening. Try the other one. Let's see if that one's got, no, that's not working. And then you're at the point of like, do I just use my teeth?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I'm not with people, I'm with colleagues.
I've been doing macro thinking.
I am with colleagues. I can't be ramming a mayonnaise sachet in my mouth to try and rip it open because the damn thing has no slit.
Yeah.
Like some of them
they have a little tear point, don't they? They have a little tear.
And I was just like, this is one of those tits that just... Who thought about putting sauce in a sachet?
Yeah, and not good for the environment.
Environments.
But I think the other thing for me is not just those sauces, but when you buy like a stir fry sauce or something and you're stood at your cooker and you're like, I've got to get this shitting sauce in, my chicken's burning, I should have opened this 35 minutes ago and had it ready and prepped. And you've perhaps got things on your hand because you've been chopping stuff up, and you're like, and then you pull it open and it goes everywhere. You're like, for fuck's sake. But also the risk of doing those mayonnaise ones with your mouth, if you're in company you don't know, is they can go everywhere.
That's right.
Well. They can end up down your chin.
On them, it can squirt out onto them. Did
anyone say do you need a hand with that?
No, and I was getting more annoyed, and I felt like I could feel
I did. Someone's face.
Yes, I always want to say, Linda, I'm going to have to shove this in your face because it's really pissing me off now. And then I thought, no, Linda's your colleague, Angie. You're not doing that.
Linda is not Patty.
No.
But I always like to ask. I always say to people, even if it's a colleague, do you need a bit of help with that? Because he's struggling.
I think I was trying to not show the struggle.
Oh, you wanted to be covert in your struggle.
Yes.
Right.
And that, again, was like,
say no more.
I can't really display my sheer frustration in this moment because I'm with colleagues. So I'm just going to have to play it cool and go, do you know what? I don't even want the mayonnaise. I don't want that fast.
You had
no sauce. I had now moist with my chips.
That is annoying.
That is shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
All I had with a little sprinkle of salt, which obviously came out of a sachet because this place don't do your
salt sachets are fine because it's paper.
Yes, that is true. Fine. That is true, actually, Pats. Yeah, I would agree there.
But it's your other condiments. Vinegar is also in a plastic bottle, and that's annoying.
Because that stuff really does go everywhere.
Oh yeah, because it's so thin, isn't
liquid,
it? It's such a thin liquid.
At least with your mayos and your ketchups and your salad creams, there is some sort of consistency there that if it does splurt out, you can sort of control that. With your vinegars, bang, bob. It's all over Linda's face in a second.
She's thinking like she's been in a chip shop for 3 hours. So you had Nout Moist.
I had Nout Moist. No. It was absolutely dog shit. And I was just like, this is it now. Sachets.
What else did you have? I'm interested in the rest of your meal.
I had a very nice like chicken wrap, but it had like slaw and a bit of tzatziki and a bit of slaw.
Where did you go? This place sounds amazing.
It's
apart from they do their condiments in sachets.
It's sachets. It is actually really nice here. This place. It's down in the. It's not far from me. I was only going to say where it was, and I thought, that's not appropriate.
No, not appropriate.
Because the fans will find me.
Exactly. You'll have fans on your doorstep before you know it,
bringing me bottles
or glass jars of condiments.
Yes. Yeah. But no, it's just down the road. It's a sort of little. It's actually not little. It's actually quite big. It's a big sort of like
cafe vibe.
Well, no, but it's like on a when you have like sort of office
trading estate,
that sort of thing. But it's very upmarket.
Oh right, okay.
You know, it's not full of shit things. It's quite flashy.
It's not your big yellow storage and shit.
No, it's not your biffers and shit.
Right.
No,
it's got your high end.
It's all your flash. Yeah,
it's your IT consultants.
It's your consultancies. Yeah. It's your studios. It's that sort of vibe, and
it's your Lindas.
Yes, and in fact, the day we were there, co-working with my colleagues, there's sort of like a big green area at the front, and there were people doing exercises.
Shit, getting out of the office.
Yeah, they were doing some sort of like HIIT sort of workout session. Right. There were lots of different things around, and that's the sort of clientele you're dealing with in my establishments.
Well, very good. Great tits, Ange.
So there's my tits, mate.
Tits. Sachets. Tits. I think that's going to be a Kimberly Clark mark too.
I think a lot of people are going to be on board with that shit, aren't they?
Yeah. But I can't believe we haven't done it, actually.
No, that's what I was like.
They're going to go batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where have sachets been all your life, Angie?
So, I've got a dilemma to share with you, Ange.
Right, okay.
Okay, so this is this person I think would like to remain anonymous.
Of course, yeah.
I'm a student midwife in my final year and I qualify in the next few months. I've had a few difficult shifts with some mentors that have given me negative feedback, something I've never got before in the last 3 years, and now I'm doubting everything. I haven't got a job lined up because I was waiting for posts in Wales, but there's not any, and I'm wondering how I'll pay my bills after my last student loan in July. All of a sudden, I feel like I've made a terrible decision and I'm not good enough. Have you ever had a wobble like this in your life? I'm 32 and your podcast keeps me going, travelling to and from placement. It takes me an hour and a half to get there, and Wednesdays is my best day. Thank you so much for your podcast.
Oh. Well, first of all, yes.
Many a wobble.
many a wobble. Still to this day, have wobbles all the time about am I doing the right thing? Should I be doing this? Am I supposed to be doing something? I mean, you know, exactly what happened a few weeks back, you know, a few episodes back, where I had felt that exact thing about our podcast, you know, like, you know, and I suppose that's the thing I would say to you. That's perfectly normal to feel that is, you know, I think any time when, whether it's your own kind of like doubt or whether something that someone else says to you, or like you say, some sort of feedback that you get, that I think is perfectly normal and natural to feel that, and to then question yourself and to question, you know, are you doing the right thing, or have you made the right decision? And I think that's perfectly normal to do that. And all I would say is, like, don't make rash decisions based on this like little, because quite often these things come along and they're not, then they may make you feel bad in the moment, or you might but actually there's sometimes the things that really make you just stop for a moment, have a bit of a think, maybe have a bit of a reset, and actually you then kind of it helps you to grow, and it helps you to sort of just do a little bit of an evaluation, a bit of a self-reflection. And I think that's a really good thing. So I would just say don't jump to any like rash decisions. That's a tricky thing to say. Rash decisions. And just allow whatever it is that makes you feel that way to come, and know that it will probably pass, and it will just be a bit of a bump in the road.
I also think as well, a profession like midwifery is constantly about reflection and analysis, and what did I do well and what could I do differently, and you know, it's really difficult in those sort of people facing at the coalface jobs to continually get it right 100% of the time. And what I would say to you is the fact that you're even questioning this will mean you're a great practitioner, because actually what you're doing is you're saying, you're reflecting. Now look, it's a, you know, those types of degrees, which I did a similar degree at, where you get a lot of kind of assessor feedback, that stuff is professional opinion. Unless you've made a catastrophic mistake that has caused somebody to be at risk, that is that assessor's professional opinion. And she is entitled, he or she is entitled to that, and they are entitled to write that down. What you do with that is you have to dissect it. So what I would say to you is, you're in your 3rd year. This hasn't happened before. You haven't been in this place before. So the previous 2 placements you've been on, it sounds like you've sailed through. So I wouldn't say this means you shouldn't do this job. I would say what you need to do with that feedback is think, right, where are they right?
Yes.
Or where do I think I could change or grow or develop as a practitioner from that feedback? Where are the grey areas? Where am I like, I'm not sure about this? I'm going to go and test that with somebody else. And you can say to your colleagues, when I do such and such in a delivery suite, do you think that you don't have to say where it's come from, but you can test it out. And then there'll be things that you'll go, that's absolutely not true, and I'm going to throw it away, and that's not the type of practitioner that I am. So I think what I would say to you is the fact that you're even questioning this means you'll be a brilliant midwife.
Yeah.
Because you haven't just taken that feedback and gone, oh, that person doesn't know what they're talking about. I'm going to just sideline that and not even think about it. What you've done is go, God, have they got a point? Is there? And I don't think that needs to lead, like Ange says, I think that doesn't need to lead to you doubting yourself completely.
No.
But I would think about what that feedback means for you. And I'm a true believer in what is meant for you won't pass you by. So if you're meant to get a job as a midwife in Wales, there'll be a job out there for you.
Yeah.
And you will land into something that is right for you. But
I also think sometimes when you've not had maybe that sort of negative feedback,
that it's constructive stuff.
It actually can really, really affect you. It can really dent you because you're like, well, hang on a minute, I've gone for 2 years and I've never had anything like that, and now all of a sudden I'm getting it, and it does make you question yourself, and it does make you go, and it's actually, any sort of slightly negative feedback or feedback that is something you've never had before that has been kind of maybe on a negative side of things. It does kind of hurt a little bit because you're like, oh gosh, like is that what they think of me, or is that what they think of how I handled that situation?
Absolutely.
So it is totally normal to feel that sort of little bit of hurt, a little bit, I'm a bit dented by that. But I think exactly what you say, Pats. I think you have to take that and go, okay, what is in that I can change, address, learn from?
Absolutely.
And what is there that actually I just think, you know what, I don't actually agree with what you're saying there, and I'm perfectly okay to just ignore that bit. And so I just think, you use it in a positive way. Is try and kind of whatever that feedback is, however it's made you feel. Go through it, address it, change it, think about it, reflect on it, like you say, ask other people about it, and then just let the rest of it go, and just make this part of your journey to being a cracking midwife. That I mean, and what a profession that is to be there at the moment of babies entering the world and being part of something that's very special and magical to people. And I just think try not to let it affect the bigger picture. It's just a little bump that you need to kind of navigate right now.
That's it.
And it is totally normal to feel that.
Well, look, that's our first micro episode done.
Micros.
We're going to be back with a similar sort of episode next week. Remember, there's loads of ways you can get in touch with the show. Make sure you keep a lookout on the Instagram page for me and my plats.
Patty's plats.
Go and have a look at that now if you buy Instagram. There's loads of ways you can get in touch with us. You can find us both on Instagram. I'm Ruth Corden. Angie's at Ange Corden.
You can find the podcast on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and YouTube. Just search Finding the Funny Podcast.
Or you can send us an email, findingthefunnypodcast@gmail.com. But
yes,
before you go anywhere, Ange and I need you to vote for us at the British Podcast Awards for the People's Choice Award.
The listener's choice.
Listener's choice.
Patty, come on, get with the game.
Listener's choice. So if you just search British Podcast Awards, you'll get the link. It's very easy. It takes all of about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Go in, look for Finding the Funny under the Listener's Choice Awards and give us your vote.
Yes.
But Angie and I will be back next week helping you to find more of the funny.